I believe the most qualified person should get the job.
Qualifications aren't really the only thing you should consider when hiring someone.
You sure about that?
But if you're saying that the most qualified person is someone who is not a minority or not of a religion you believe in, then yes, that'd be a microaggression.
Have you heard of the term microaggression?
Yeah, that's a big thing on campus.
If we see large-scale violence, we can name that as a macroaggression, but the way that we devalue that violence, the way that we silence that violence, that's a microaggression.
I'm asking an Asian American, where were you born?
Yes.
Very, very contextual, you know?
That's not a microaggression, that's just asking where they were born.
Telling a black student that he or she is very articulate.
That is, yeah.
Yes.
What about saying all lives matter?
I think because the history behind Black Lives Matter, it's kind of like appropriating a statement that was created specifically to talk about Black lives being lost to police brutality, so that is.
I'm colorblind, I don't see race.
Possibly?
Saying God bless you after somebody sneezes.
Oh, that would be a microaggression because of different religions.
Yeah, it could be a microaggression to someone who doesn't believe in God.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
What we do is we annualise our figure to full-time. So we look at all part-time employees and full-time employees that may have worked part of a 12-month period, and we annualise that data to take into account part-time hours. So therefore we're converting the part-time hours to full-time, if you like.
So do you take into account the fact that on average a male full-time employee works longer hours than a female full-time employee?
Not directly, no.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You would think that would be one of the main things that you take into account. They just looked at two different checks and said, well, you're a woman, you're a man, the man got paid more. There's some inequality here. And these are the people that make the big decisions. Shout out to that man for asking the right questions.
How old is she? They are 15 months old. We actually use they, them pronouns.
Which one of you is from the New York Times? You know there's only two genders, right? There's only two genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
You can milk a bull. It's just not going to go as you plan. The bull will have a great time. It'll just be a happy ending.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Do you think it's racist to require an ID to vote?
Yes. You know, like just harder to get around if they have lack of transportation.
Do you have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad. I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely, because they're less likely to have state IDs.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also would make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
Now I'm here in East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. Why would they think we don't have ID?
That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Everybody that I know have ID. That's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with.
Do you have a problem if when you go to vote, if they say, could we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
My choice! My choice! My choice! My choice! My choice!
Need to respect women, period.
So you should respect women.
Shouldn't have said that.
I'm sorry, I am a woman.
It is ma'am.
So fuck you if you don't think so. I don't really have time for this. And I don't have time.
My mistake.
You're going to let me speak because here's my truth. I've been 4 times. I've known women that have been multiple times gruesomely. And how dare you sit up here and try to say that women aren't worth respect?
I didn't say that.
I am a woman. I just became a woman. It's just are you fucking kidding me? People don't even respect me, period. And I'm already black, so it's just yeah, that already goes against me anyways. But still, You piece of living garbage ass dumpster fire trash gum on the bottom of my shoe. Oh my God, I wish I had a tissue for the blood. I would.
Might I suggest it's your behavior, not because you're black or a woman.
I am a woman, I just became a woman. Is it like a course for this or something? This victim mindset that everybody have. Why does everybody feel so happy to say that they're a victim or something? Like they champion being victimized. It always has something to do with somebody else and not with themselves.
Try me! Trump 2020! Trump! 4 more years! 4 more years! What, try you?
Before, when people screamed, they used to mean something. Now, I guess, I don't even know.
Damn, I'm smooth.
Both genders? Both? Like 1 and 2? Both? There's 2 genders? Gotcha.
So yesterday, a lady that was involved in a car crash, actually linked to one of my circle of friends, she died because an ambulance couldn't get through because your protesters, Just Stop Oil, were blocking the road and the ambulance couldn't get through in time. She couldn't get the help she needed and she died. Earlier you said that you are a peaceful protester. My friend is dead. How do you answer that?
We have a blue light policy, which means whenever we have roadblocks, as soon as we hear sirens, we see the blue lights, people move out of the way. Even when people are gluing in the road, there's always one lane that is kept clear so that people can move out of the way. And we have never had any complaints from either ambulances, fire brigade or any other emergency services.
The video footage exists and the lady can't complain now because she's dead. Let me ask you another question, Phoebe. Let me ask you, what bills do you currently pay? Who pays for your accommodation at university?
My student loan.
Well, have you ever paid any bills in your lifetime?
No.
So you don't know what it's like to be a homeowner and not to be able to afford your energy bills and then see some stupid young people throwing soup over a painting in a gallery that has nothing to do with the fact they can't afford to pay their bills. You don't know what it's like to pay a bill, Phoebe, do you?
No, but I have empathy for those people.
If you don't know, these are the most annoying protesters in the world that do all these stunts just to get people attention and annoy the public.
Was for.
What is worth more, art or life?
And of course, the only people that you can really get to do this is not people that have to go work hard outside like everybody else, so they don't care about stopping traffic because they have nothing to do that day. It's people like her that don't have much responsibilities. Therefore, they impose on yours.
What do you understand about an ordinary family who can't afford to pay their fuel bills, who needs ordinary fuel to be delivered, but because of green taxation, their bills are now so expensive they can't afford them? And if we stop oil, how much more expensive do you think fuel's going to be, Phoebe? Or is it that you're just spouting out words that you and your friend think look good? How is it related to stopping oil to throw soup over a painting in a gallery? How is that related? How is it helping the poorest people in my country?
Now I see why Jesus hasn't returned yet.